Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome. My name is Jordie James, and thank you so much for tuning in for the last 15 minutes of the year of 2021. Wow, what a year. It has been cray. So I'm actually reorganizing my room at the moment, ready for the new beginnings and all that sort of stuff. And also I'm about to do my forecast for the year. But what's really interesting is the reflection that we do. I really want to say to you all that sometimes we judge ourselves on our reflection. Don't judge yourself in your reflection this year. Really know that you have got through it. You've got 2 more days, or over there you've got 3, because we've only got today and tomorrow, and then Saturday's out. So we've only got 2 more days. But it's really important to do the reflection without judgment, because for you to be here right now, I mean, I'm emotional just thinking about it. Being here right now, knowing that you've got through the whole year of the ups and downs, the universal hibernations. I'm not saying the C word, and it ends with D. Just a bit of a heads up. It's really important to not be judged. Don't judge yourself. It's been a hell of a year. It's been a full-on year. And I thought, well, bring some lightness in. And we have travelled a fair distance this year. It might only be 356 days or whatever it is of the year, but we've travelled that. We've been on that road. That journey has thrown a lot of forks in the road for us this year, or it's been smooth sailing, or there's been a lot of doors closed and new ones opening. So it's all about, yes, we can reflect, but don't reflect in the negative or judgmental way. Reflect in the positive. Reflect in the, oh my God, I'm breathing. I'm able to focus. We may have lost our loved ones throughout the year. This may have been the first Christmas without beautiful loved ones. I know I've lost a few this year. And it's always the circle of life keeps moving and keeps flowing, but knowing that, remember, this year was a 5-year, so 2021 goes to a 5. So the 5-year has been challenging. It has been really it's amazing. Most of us have got our hair still because we've been pulling our hair out with people and all that sort of thing. So I was going to pull some cards, but I won't today. But for all of you listening to this right now, I'm going to go to a caller in a second. I just want you to have some affirmations ready for the new year in the next couple of days, and not resolutions. I don't think about resolutions. Think about the affirmations. Think about where would you be and what would you like to be doing next year with no limitations. So think about this. If you had all the time in the world and the money in the world, what would you be doing and where would you be? And write that down as a little sentence for journaling for next year. So from my house to your house, have a great new year. And I'm just finishing this off. But remember that we've got through it and no judgment. And we are just beautiful sailboats on the ocean, sailing through this life and knowing what we have to do on a human level, but also on an energetic level as well. So with no further ado, I've got Jenny from Houston, Texas. Hi, Jenny. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Very well, thank you. And I hope you had a lovely Christmas last week. And I hope you have a really good New Year's coming up in the next couple of days for you guys. We're one day closer to it, so I just want to wish you all the best for New Year's. But Jenny, I work both psychically and mediumshiply. How would you like me to work for you today?
Whatever comes to you.
Okay, perfect. Oh my God, I just want to hug you. You've got the warmest energy. I just feel as I blend with your beautiful energy, I just want to sit down. And it's funny because for some reason I've got a taste of apple pie in my mouth. So whether I feel like you are that beautiful, warm host, like the door's always open for those people in need. You've got this beautiful energy that really encapsulates community and all that. Would that make sense to you, darling?
Thank you.
Does that make sense to you, though? Because I just feel like I want to go, you're always welcoming for people. You're always there to lend a shoulder or lend a, do you know what I mean? Hold space for
Yes,
people. Because I just, thank you. Because I just feel, as I blend with you, darling, oh my God, you definitely had the year for it. I really feel like I want to go, whatever I was saying at the start of this, of my cast today, I just want to go, you definitely had a year to reflect on, and you just go, right, that's it. I'm giving it I want to kick it out. I want to throw it out with the rubbish this year for you. I know there's been some beautiful highs and lows, but I just want to grab the whole year for you and just put it in a rubbish bin and just go, right, that's it. 2021's done for me, ready for the new year. Would that make sense to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And Jenny, would you also understand that you're weighing things up about what you want to achieve next year? And I don't want you to weigh things up next year. I just want you to go for it. I want you wholeheartedly just go for those things. And I do feel like, has there been some things stopping you over the last couple of weeks? I just feel like I feel a little bit resistant, and I don't know if this is work or family, but I just feel like I want to go. You've definitely been doing some reflection about going, things are no longer serving me anymore, and I need to do this next year, or I need to do that. So does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am. It does a
Awesome.
lot of sense.
Thank you. With your work, though, my love, you work, yes?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. I'm seeing you going down to 3 days a week, or do you do 3 days at the moment? Because I want to acknowledge 3 days of work.
No, I do 6 days a week.
Okay. So then it's like I want to go, there's an aspect here of bringing it down to maybe 3 or 4 days a week next year, because I feel that you've got some bubbling things that you want to do or get going and get things done. And it's really important to know that I feel like the affirmation, even if I had all the time in the world, the money in the world, what would I be doing? Where would I be? And I really feel like that affirmation for you, if you journal that, that will give you a little bit of clear insight. You love your work, though. It's not something that you don't like. You love what you do. Does that make sense? And that's not because you do 6 days a week. I want to say you help people. You're the beautiful essence of, I don't know if you're in healthcare or that you look after people, but I just feel like I want to go, there's an aspect of this around you. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. If it doesn't, you can say no. I totally understand if it doesn't agree, but if it does, that's great. But it can say no. It's well good.
No, it does agree. I'm in the medical field, so yes, ma'am.
Yeah, awesome. Because it's just like I want to go, next year's going to be your time. And I do feel like January for you is going to be a little bit of a, and I know you guys are going through a bit of a, because you guys are in winter, but I know you guys don't really get a lot of winter in Texas. You might get cold, you may not get freezing cold. I know a couple of years ago you got snow, but I feel that January for you is going to be a month of hibernation or a month of regrouping in a way that gives you a little bit more of an insight and a clearer vision about where you want to go with your work. Because I do feel like you're weighing things up with work. Would that make sense?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
Cool. And it's interesting because I want to give you books, but I want you to, it's like I don't want to take you back to college. It's like I want to give you books to self-study and self-explore about what you want to do next. And I just feel like next year's going to be a bumper year. I've got goosies around you, girlfriend. I know that next year's going to be massive. Do you have 3 children?
I do.
Yeah, thank you. And I feel like I want to go, there's 2 that are close, 1 not so close. And I'm not saying that they're not close in family, but I just feel like maybe 2 are one after the other and 1 was a little bit further on. But it's really interesting because I feel like you've got is it 2 boys and a girl?
It's 3 girls.
3 girls. Okay. because there's something about two of them being very strong-minded and one very nice and gentle and a little bit patient. Would that make sense? Because I feel like I've got two that are very headstrong.
That's very perfect. You hit that on the nail.
Thank you. And there's just an aspect here now, my love, that I just want to go. Family is going to come in really. I've got 60 seconds and I would love to talk to you even more. But Jenny, I just feel like family is really close. It's going to come closer. And there's just an aspect of the kids actually really taking charge of things again. It's like their lives are starting to fall into place again. And it feels like you've pulled your hair out this year with them. But I just feel like all things are going to fall into place. But one of them is actually going to fight against it and tell her not to fight against it. So can I leave that with you, my love? But I know January, please take rest in January for yourself so you can get through the rest of the year. But do some things for you and don't judge yourself. You're absolutely gorgeous, Jenny. May I leave that with you, darling? Blessings and hugs. You're welcome, my love.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great New Year's, everyone. Blessings and hugs. As I said, from my home to your home, have a great 2022. It's going to be awesome. I don't want to say too much, but it's going to be awesome. All right. I'll let you all go. Bye for now.